Today we're going to be talking about 3 Star Wars Black Series figures, 2 of them that I bought on Facebook Marketplace, and then 1 that I will be unpacking. So let's start with the Boba Fett. This is the Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett. I think it's the Throne Room figure, and it is a good looking figure. This is the start of my Black Series collection, so very happy to have these. Take a look at the details of this Boba Fett. Boba Fett's always been a beloved character. Ever since the original Star Wars, right from the beginning of this franchise. So as you can see, lots of battle damage and stuff like that. The helmet comes off. Would I prefer for it to be a separate head? Yeah, that would be nice, because then you wouldn't have to struggle. Sometimes you have to struggle to get this helmet back on. You're worried that you're gonna kind of scuff the head up a little bit. And then when you pull his head up and stuff, you have to worry about whether the head's moving with it or not. So it does have the articulated little scouter there, I'm gonna call it. Pretty cool. Get that head showing again. Really, really nice head sculpt there. Got a little bit of battle damage there, a little bit of makeup. I'm not sure what that's supposed to signify there. Down to the chest, got those holes, and you'll notice that he does have his signature little dent in his helmet there. Good details on the belt there, which I believe is attached to this middle portion here. Got the robes there that are not soft goods, but for a $25–30 figure. I picked these both up for about $35, both of these guys for about $35–40, and that's a good price considering what they're going for now. Good detail. Okay, let's go over some accessories. Comes with this blaster here. Pretty cool. The details are there. You know, it's not spectacular, but the details are there. And then in his little holster here, got another handheld blaster, pistol style. And again, minor details. Minor details there. And then last but not least, you do have his jetpack. Now his jetpack does come apart. That missile comes out. So what are the applications for that? I'm not really certain, but it is cool to have that. I wish it came with some flame effects there, but it just sticks right on the back via these holes. And it stays on there pretty good. Let's go over some quick articulation. The head, I don't feel there's a reason to pop the head off on these, because it only comes with one head. Looks down a little bit. That collar is going to affect it a little bit. Doesn't look back too far. A little bit of a tilt. Now, what I will say is that these black figures seem to only have single jointed elbows, which is kind of a shame. They've got that little thing there. I mean, there's no pegs, but you know, it does limit the articulation just slightly. A little bit weird the way the arms move, but he can get in there. He can. There's no butterfly joints here. He just kind of reach around. He can go up into a T-pose if you can get his arm up there. The articulation on these is a little on the weird side. You know, I thought maybe it'd be more like the Hasbro Marvel Legends, but he can go into a T-pose. He turns right there, so he can look up. That is a little bit flexible right there, that material right there. So he can look up, or he can reach up. Like I said, single jointed elbow. So, I mean, it is what it is. This one's a little tough to deal with just because it's got these wires here. They do kind of get out of the way when they need to. So for torso articulation, you've got some articulation right here, which allows him to kind of bend forward just slightly, bend backward just slightly, There's not a whole lot there. Kind of a little bit to the side. Not a lot there. It's not quite like the Marvel Legends. You do have a joint here where you can kick up. You can kick back. Not too much stopping you from there. That I don't want to call it cloth goods. That's it's not soft goods, but it will move out of the way, so you can get that leg up. Can you? That pouch there, that does move out of the way, but it doesn't move out of the way quite as much as you'd want it to. All right, you've got a joint here that spins. Kind of a weird knee. Single jointed again. So it kind of leaves this weird kind of something going on there, but still a good looking figure. I believe there's some swivel here at the boot, which is really, really kind of nice to have. And then you've got your feet that move back, forward, just like a Marvel Legends. And then I'm gonna guess that it has a little bit of a swivel there. So the articulation on it, not as good as I would hope for, but still a gorgeous, gorgeous figure. Look at that gluteus maximus there. Yeah, really, really good looking figure. Happy to have it. Not quite the articulation I would like, but I feel like that's going to be the standard for these figures. Let's move on to Bo-Katan. Before we move on to Bo-Katan, I just wanted to point out the details of this. Is it called his Morning Star? I can't remember. That's kind of like a really cool detail. Wish there was something kind of going on there. And then his flamethrower on this side. Kind of really nice details. Bo-Katan, another really cool character in the series, is going to come with her 2 pistols, blasters. That's really the only accessory that she comes with, other than she also has her removable helmet, which has some pretty fantastic details on it. I will say that they've done some great job with the paint apps and the details on these, although I would like a sculpted head with the mask on, or with the hood on. And then she also comes with her removable jetpack, quite a bit smaller. She doesn't need quite the jetpack. It doesn't have a missile protruding out of it, and a single peg here pops it right in there. Now let's take a look at the details of this. This is why I say I'd like a sculpted head, because the head has to fit this helmet on. There's limited what they could do with her hair. Okay, it's a little on the bland side as far as I'm concerned. You know, good face sculpt and stuff like that. Good wearing on the chest piece there. You know, good weathering all over the body on this character. Just a fantastic looking character all around. We're gonna quickly go over articulation real quick. Head forward a little bit, head back a little bit, much more than Boba Fett. Doesn't have that collar protruding out. Going into T-pose with the arms. Again, single jointed arms, and they are stiff. Single jointed. Again, they seem like they're thinner characters than the Marvel Legends, so I don't know. I would just like some double jointed elbows here. They are tough. They are tough. Joint spins around there. She can reach up. Ab articulation, not a lot again. Let's get that pack off. She's got a little bit more, I would say, than Boba Fett, but that belt really kind of hinders the forward motion there. Let's see. She can do the splits. She can kick. She can go backwards quite a bit more than Boba Fett there. These don't seem to get in the way much, these gun holsters. Single jointed knee goes about that far. You know, she can kick that far back if you're using both joints. It does pivot here. Kind of looks a little bit weird with that plate right there. Foot. Not back too far. It's real stiff. Let's try the other foot. Okay, back pretty far. Back pretty far. Up okay. And then the swivel. So, all in all, pretty cool character. Glad to have it. It's a character that I need. You can't have a Black Series collection without Bo-Katan, can you? Let's pop that on there real quick, and then we'll move right on to the Imperial Stormtrooper. Now, this Imperial Stormtrooper I got at GameStop. Paid about $32 for it. May have gotten a little bit more of a discount because I've got a membership there. Let's crack right into it. Now, this guy looks good. I mean, he might even look too good, as in like he's way too clean to be a Stormtrooper. He needs a little bit of a wash or something like that, I think. Just to let you know, these little stands here, I've just made them on the 3D printer. And if anybody's interested in any of those, throw me a comment and we'll get together and we will figure something out, how we can get you some of these. But that's not what it's about. It's about this guy right here. Look at that Stormtrooper. He is an Imperial Stormtrooper from the, what is it? The Archive collection is what it's from. And look at the details on this guy. Just one head comes with it, and this blaster right here, not a whole lot of paint, not a whole lot of detail, but it looks just fine for the case, and that's what he'll be using to miss all of his targets. Look at that. Armor is really good looking. What can you say? We all know what a trooper looks like. Looks absolutely great. Lots of great details with the Darth Vader-esque things on the back there with this little canister here. Looks pretty good. Let's get right into articulation, because like he already looks fantastic. He looks like he's going to have more motion than some of the other guys, because look at this. He's going to go up with his head. He's going to go down with his head. Now, that head kind of has a rocking motion to it that the other figures didn't have. Like, I think that they've done some improvements on these. That is a really cool joint that they've used there. He's got head movement for days, which is really cool. Arms are going to be tricky. They don't really okay, they do go up. It's just I'm having trouble with that one. So what it is that these shoulder pads here, they kind of flex and they're attached at the top here. So they kind of move out of the way if you need them to. You lift that arm up, it's going to go into a T-pose pretty easily because that's going to lift out of the way. Now this one here, I'm just having a little bit of trouble with. There we go, pretty much a T-pose there. That's got the same kind of joint as the other one, so it's gonna rotate around. I don't think you're gonna be able to get him to reach up into the air like the other guys like that. That's gonna be about as high as you're gonna get without breaking those armor pieces there, right? So we've got the single jointed elbow. It's gonna go about that far, but they're smooth on this, right? It does pivot there, turn there, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then we've got the hand. Doesn't come with extra hands. These figures don't seem to do that. It's going to pivot forward. It's not going to really go back far because of that armor piece. It does turn right around though. The details are really cool though, and they're really clean. Let's go with that torso. It does have that pivot right there that the other figures don't, which just makes me happy. So you're going to get that crunch right there. You're going to get the crunch back, okay? You're still going to get that pivot. Oh, does it pivot? It does not pivot. It looks like it should pivot right here, but it does not. But you can get some good torso action right there. You're going to get quite a bit that way, quite a bit that way. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm impressed. I like this. Actually, the articulation on this is better than the last two. You're going to go about that far back with the leg. I don't know if this little piece here is going to get in the way. It feels like that's going to get in the way, and it feels like if you were to try to push it away, that's gonna snap. So it's not gonna get too far. You gotta kind of get his leg around that. Single jointed knee goes about that far. You know, you wanna go get a bit of a running stance, you can do it. And then the foot, gonna go that far back, that far up, not bad. And then you're gonna get your rocker right there. Okay, now would some toe articulation be awesome? It really would. Toe articulation is always a good thing. But this guy doesn't seem too stiff. I mean, he's fresh out of the package, so what can we say? He's a great figure. I think they've actually come a long way with the articulation. The head motion, I'm just really surprised. I think it'd be cool if that was part of the Marvel Legends figure. That's pretty cool. All around, happy to have them in my collection. Probably get a couple of more so that I can kind of army build these guys. Because why wouldn't you, right? Such a really cool character. Let's get into some posing.